Hey everybody, welcome back. We lost our last run and it was my own fault. I acknowledge that, okay? Let's go to the randomizer. Let's turn the randomizer on. Let's show you the screen. No funny business. Tainted Bethany to Ubermom. That's fun. That's a fun time. I got nothing against that. Were you alive when there was the summer where MIA's paper planes took over? And MIA went from being... I guess we should use one Leamington, right? MIA went from being an artist that was like your cool friends knew about to an artist that everybody on planet Earth could not escape. And I mean that in a non-negative way because I'm an MIA fan, man. Not just Galang, but Kala as well. And then I kind of fell out, but that's more because I fell out of, all music in general. Hey, I'm familiar. Live Fast, Die Young, Bad Girls Do It Well. I'm familiar with that. At least some of the singles. She was on that Madonna track with Nicki Minaj that nobody remembers. I think it's called Give Me All Your Love. Anyway, so hey, turns out I don't just have references to like the mid-2000s. Look at that. Also got some references to the early 2010s. Who could have imagined? This is just the room you get hit on. Just embrace it, accept it. That's how life goes on. It is a Saturday today. I got to tell you, I'm feeling very much like Super Dad. Kate has, she's feeling better for one, which is great. She has a little bit of an engagement right now. So from like it's 12:46 p.m. From 9 to 12:46, I've been on Super Dad duty. I've been changing diapers. I made her a freaking quesadilla for lunch, chopped it up into little squares. She freaking loved it. We've been having some trouble. I forgot, pick up Red Hearts. That's right. We've been having some trouble getting her for her nap time to get her to actually fall asleep. No problem. Went in there, put her in her sleep sack. She was crying a little bit. Read her a story. Poppy's Rainy Day Band. Poppy's Friendship Band. Sorry for those of you citing it at home. She's out like a freaking light. I'm feeling pretty good, man. Feeling pretty good. Can't complain. It's been a good day so far. Did I need a key. Okay, so I'm not making any mistakes yet. We can also wait a floor, that's right, to get to the alt path. No thank you. Feeling pretty good. Yeah, I also got in my bike ride earlier this morning. Just feeling nice as we not to be a downer, but as we potentially head into another, lockdown 4.0, 5.0, I don't know. I mean, all you can really do, I guess, is focus on the positives of it. I mean, and that's not true. I hate when people say that. You can also discuss the negatives. you can commiserate over the negatives of a new COVID variant rising up. You don't have to just exclusively be like, just focus on what you got. You let people be annoyed as well. I think is fair. But I think I've learned from the past few lockdowns. I think I'm a more mature individual. I am now like I'm almost loath to admit it because it's a really bad look now. But the first 2 weeks of March 2020's lockdown, we were lucky enough to not really be affected on a health or employment level. I'll acknowledge that right out the gates. But it was almost like, when you think you might get snowed in at school. You're like, oh, this is different. Like, it's an extreme event. And I'm sure that capable people are freaking out and hopefully making up plans to handle this and, make sure we're all safe. But on the flip side, whoa, I got a sleeping bag in school. I was like, what? I have an excuse to order a lot of Uber Eats. Oh, I'm watching movies and, hey, a forced 2-week vacation from the gym. Let's eat a lot of Cheetos and Sun Chips, That reality set in pretty fast. But, the first lockdown, I don't know if we are, actually. I shouldn't get people, nervous or anything. I don't know if we are headed for another lockdown, but the first one, Kate was pregnant. It was a complicated situation. There were no complications with the pregnancy, but it was just more complicated than, you know, day-to-day life, I think it's fair to say. So it was just like, I didn't know what the heck was going on. I squandered it, but this lockdown, man, I got an exercise bike. We just had some, you know, renovations. They would have been, really, we were having the baby's, or Kate's old office turn into a playroom, so for like the past 2 weeks, anytime we've had to, like, you know, play games with the baby, read books to the baby, we've done it in like our hallway. It just got like done enough that we got her set up in that room. I'm not saying like, oh, thank God, the lockdown. I'm just saying like, I'm looking at it like, you know, the way that some people probably look at like basic training, which is like, hey, a great opportunity to get in shape, and, you know, hopefully nothing negative happens. Ha ha ha. Maybe it's not funny. Anyway, I apologize or whatever. You know what? Give me a Leamington shot. I'm not gonna go into the curse room. Or the devil deal. I'm not going to go into the devil deal to make it happen. Just give me a charge here. Magic 8 Ball. What a slap in the face. Are you joking? Are you making a joke at my expense? So that's why I tweeted today. If we go into lockdown again, I'm coming out with a 10 out of 10 dumpy. I'm out of excuses. Now, one of the reasons I tweeted that is because I think it's funny. The other reason is because I've been watching a lot of Sesame Street this morning. So, to make a tweet that is a little bit more, you know, 14A, or as you call it in America, PG-13. What do you expect from a country that doesn't even make their monetary bills different colors? Now you tell them you got to look in the corner in order to tell whether or not you're giving somebody a 5 or a 100? That's crazy, man. Well, you could just always remember which president is on each bill. Shut up. Honestly, just shut up. I don't think this screws up Ubermom. I'm willing to take this. So yeah, that's my day so far. A little bike ride, a little super dad. Dude, the story, I apologize, because whenever I always enter this story, there's a large barrier to entry. People assume that because I have a Peloton, I have become Peloton guy who's like, you gotta get a Peloton. I'm not like that yet. I acknowledge a lot of things about it. You know, there's cheaper solutions that accomplish similar things. It's not a perfect company, but you gotta laugh at like the last week and a half of their marketing. So, and I'm trying to remain as spoiler-free as possible, but there was and we'll definitely take that, there was a major show that came out with a new season, and a major character rode on that Peloton, and then freaking died of a heart attack. That's bad PR. Now, of course, in the real world, like in a sane and just world that was not ruled by clowns, myself included, maybe, that you would say that's fiction, no big deal. But in our world, where the 1/3 pounder meal couldn't succeed at McDonald's because people saw the 3 and assumed that it was a smaller hamburger than the 1/4 pounder, even though obviously anyone with like a 4th grade knowledge of how fractions work would tell you that that's not how that works in the slightest. It caused the company's fortunes to fall a little bit. They've been going through some tumultuous times, and the stock price fell like a further 10% as a result of that. But then, check it out. They got the actor who, quote-unquote, died, and had him shoot a fast follow ad really quick that was like, check it out, he's not dead. He's actually living the best life he's ever had in his entire life. And then, like 2 days after that, when everyone was patting themselves on the back, that actor got accused of sexual assault by 2 different women. I'm not laughing at the situation. I'm just laughing, like, out of commiseration for the people who must be working at the Peloton marketing department that are like, really? And then, one of the instructors, and you may know this band, by the way. When I brought it up on stream, people were like, I know that band. I gotta pick up the Red Hearts. What's wrong with me? But one of the Peloton instructors is... Wow. engaged to the lead singer of a band, and at a concert, like within the last week, she said, "I have to pee, who's thirsty?" Invited a man up on stage and then just unloaded a full bladder right into his mouth, which honestly is just hilarious to me, and is also, I don't want to come out in like defense of it, but it's rock and roll. It's not my kind of thing, but people are supposedly biting the heads off of bats and throwing animal blood in the audience and stuff like that at some of these concerts. Like, I find it more funny than like morally objectionable, I suppose. But obviously, this is the kind of thing that even though it's a one layer removed from the company itself, like it's an employee's personal relation, and honestly should be that employee's personal relations own business. We couldn't get well, I don't know, maybe we'll go down one floor, then we'll come back to the alt path. But you have to admit, it's very, very funny. Like, doesn't it seem, I've only seen like 3 episodes of Succession in my entire life, but doesn't it seem like what in my head I imagine would happen on an episode of Succession? Anyway, I digress. It's just a funny anecdote. It's not even my anecdote, obviously, but just love, I think I got my bike on like November 21st or something like that. And, since then it's been like, hey, I've really had a good time with my Peloton recently. Oh, that thing that killed that fictional character that I loved, and also one of the instructors is getting married to somebody who unloaded a full bladder of pee into a dude's mouth. Can I add, by the way, the dude was like actually stoked. If you watch the video, which, maybe you want to, I don't know. But he was not like under duress. He wasn't like, no, don't do it. He was like, whoa, this is rock and roll. He was having a good time. Which I do think changes things. So, I mean, of course it does. If it had been a situation where like they, forcibly moved him up on stage and then, urinated on him, that's like genuine extreme assault. It's like a mega crime. But if they, it was between 2 people who knew what they were doing, even if it is at a rock concert in the public eye, hey, it's mostly just 2 people that I, probably won't be inviting to my Christmas party, or at least I'm not going to let them use the ensuite, let's put it that way. Anyway, though, doing well. Apart from that anecdote, doing well. We have a genuine problem on this run. I think it should be pretty readily apparent. And that problem is that it has nothing good going for it yet, really. Nothing good enough to justify going to the Ubermom fight had the randomizer not told us we're going to the Ubermom fight. I also feel like we've gotten like literally almost 0 HP, maybe legitimately 0 HP for like the whole game so far. So we're hoping this boss wouldn't be too bad. I mean, this is okay. That almost killed us. He's a little faster than your typical. Okay. We're probably gonna die. I'm incapable of understanding these patterns. I'm also incapable of using bombs, because we need to save 2, which is all we have right now. Help. No, not scared. Not that scared yet. I love that. Thank you. Don't kill me. Okay, thank the Lord. Thank you. We need a good angel deal. That's a really, really good angel deal. What the heck? You shot me? I was standing still. How could this have possibly happened, even though anybody could have predicted it? Okay, but the relic built in is insanely good for us here. And don't forget about this son of a gun right here. So yeah, I mean, that's basically it. I apologize in a way for the lockdown talk, but I also literally we were trying to figure out, like, we had Canucks tickets for tonight. We're like, are we gonna go? Are we not gonna go? Like, on the one hand, Kate, is feeling a little bit better. On the other hand, probably still not 100%. Plus, like, the Omicron stuff's going on. Plus, like, the other thing that's weird about it is that, like, they announced that there were going to be restrictions starting on Monday. but because the game is on Friday, they weren't going to apply. So I was like, well, I really feel like we're kind of just getting grandfathered into something that's a little dangerous. So we thought, like, oh, why don't we just resell them? Like, it's a big game. People will want to go to it. And then, you know, like, thank you for not paralyzing me there. I don't know, like an hour ago, they were like, oh, it's postponed because people on both teams actually have COVID. And I'm like, okay, well, so it's top of mind right now. That's the way I would describe the current situation. But again, you know, my way of dealing with it sucks. You know, obviously, if you're directly affected, either from an employment standpoint or, you know, from a health standpoint for you or a loved one, it's you know, I'm not going to say like, oh, just focus on the positives. But for me, it's just like, you know, don't become one of those people who's like, you know, complaining about the fact that they actually probably, even in lockdown, have it substantially better than the average person that's actually keeping society running. Because, you know, I can still do my job from home. It's like basically no change, except like it's harder to go to the grocery store. So I'm just trying to keep some perspective. I'm not trying to rub it in. It's much more just like, you know, it sucks, but we'll ride it out. I'm telling you, this. I made a tweet today. The tweet is tongue-in-cheek. But I said, me walking out of my house... Why, you know where the secret rooms are. Me walking out of my house in May 2024 with 5% body fat and no liver function remaining. That's something you could maybe have work on, like, you know, Late Night with Seth Meyers, or Super Late Night with Seth Meyers. I'm gonna die here. I'm not gonna die here. This is just a theoretical question. Where the heck are my spirit hearts from the relic? I know they exist. Why are you holding out on me, man? I know they exist. Okay, this is not what I wanted to get from this room. We're so close to, like, sustainable goodness on this run. We just need, like, one spirit heart. You gotta be joking me, man. The other thing we could do is if we just, like, we could use Leamington, don't get me wrong. But if we just got a bomb, and I know I wasted one very recently, but if we just got a bomb, we could go to the secret room, use Leamington, and most of the items in there have some pretty fantastic value. So that's a synergy we could maybe hang our hat on. This is cool that you have given me 3 troll bombs in that situation. That's, you know that, right? Like, you know that's not okay. Well, alas, we'll be going down to the next floor where things actually get difficult. And then that'll be interesting. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I do not think we're gonna be fine on this run. I think I've played pretty well. I did, you know, this is where you're gonna insert a supercut of me horfing a green bomb into myself. This could be magic mush, you never know, man. And, I don't know, walking into spikes or something like that, which has probably happened. Okay, this is gonna sound like a joke. I promise you it's not. Has Spelunker's Hat always let you look one room into the future? Like, is that what's happening here? I'm actually, like, dying. Where is... I can't dodge these guys. I'm not trying to be defeatist, or even do the thing where I'm like, I'm just being realistic. I'm just like, these patterns are inconsistent for me. I'm just trying to set the stage. There we go. Oh my god, our spirit heart, it does exist. That's not how the force works. Okay, hold on. I gotta pause for a moment. Just pausing. Okay, I am back. Everything's good. I'm just, you know, I'm on solo dad duty. You hear a noise, you're like, what the heck is that? And it's just, you know, the cat trying to fight the other cat, and you're like, okay, business as usual then. Let me out! Oh my god. Okay, how do we improve our fortunes here? We can't rely on the old man's money. We can't rely on the old man's money. Hall and Oates. Because Well, what I was gonna say is we can't rely on the angel rooms. Then I got lost in the sauce. We can't rely on our angel rooms in order to store up like Leamington charges. I mean, we could attempt that, but I think our best play probably is to use our Leamington charge for secret rooms, which should be very easy to find. Now, the name of the game right now, like, and don't bop me, this is just a real word, you know, it's kind of like the name of a ship even, it's not even, you know, it's not meant to be a double entendre. The name of the game right now is definitely Endurance. If we can, I gave you a second to bop, if that was your prerogative. We, just need to be disciplined, not take dumb damage, which could have happened immediately right there, or there for that matter. And then stock up just like a couple Spirit Hearts. I mean, we need 2 just to get down to the next part of the Ubermom gambit to begin with. Tarot Cloth. Chaos. Dude, honestly, there's something to that. Chaos. There's something to Chaos on this one. I don't know if it changes the pool right now, though. Like, I don't know if it'll change the pool for this floor, or if we have to go down one more floor with it active. Acid Baby. We haven't seen good pills, so I'm willing to take my chance. Astral Projection. Seems like that could be a big positive. What we really need / want / not really want, but actually need to see is battery charges maybe from our shop, or just some way really to get way more Spirit Hearts, because we are not... Okay, that's helpful. Cupid's arrows, very nice. We're just not quite there yet. This boss isn't so bad for us, but it's the kind of boss that I was gonna say, I think we might get hit like once or twice, but the real problem is that like all of my wisps are going bye-bye, like Kansas in the Matrix. Also, I'm the lost now, but like in a good way, right? Like, what the heck? Oh, I'm not the lost anymore. Wait, when you take damage one more time, it removes it, but you don't get hit? Wait, that's insane? It's the best item ever invented? I'm confused. A lot of people that work at youtube.com/northernlion, aka pretty much just me, were like, this item's not so good, don't be excited for it. What was I thinking? Hey, don't stand there, by the way. Well, you're like, you recognize, like, the reason you guys are in this game is to die, right? Like, would it kill you to just fulfill your true purpose in life? I don't even know if we still got Chaos active here. We got Cupid's Arrow, that's enough for me. We got There's Options. Okay, that's... We still have Cupid's Arrow and There's Options, and then I don't know what that other one is. It looks like a Ziploc bag with a chicken leg in it. Tell me I'm wrong. Here it comes, bottom left. Is cycling around. Does that not look like a Ziploc freezer bag with the chicken leg in it? That's what it looks like to me. Looks like to me. What a song. What a song we got here. So, we're still struggling. Like, it was genuinely very great that we got the relic, but now we have a secondary problem. I mean, we still have our health-related issues, but we have a secondary problem, which is it's kind of hard to kill enemies when you don't do very much damage. But we're, you know, we got great defense. It means you don't have to be, like, right there every single time. You know, you don't have to be doing, like, a staggering amount of damage. This is the kind of shop that actually could be pretty spectacular for us if things go very well. Okay, that's my bad. That's my bad. I'll just use it. Mulligan's very good. We got pretty lucky there. I'll buy a Spirit Heart. It's like a Steam sale shop, or do we have Steam sale? I can't remember. I don't know. I'll definitely buy. There might be options. Maybe gives us much better chances for Spirit Hearts. Ace of Spades. Basically one free room. Okay, and dude, honestly, this seems like an unbelievable haul. Like, a lot of this in the pre-repentance version of the game, the items that did exist, they probably wouldn't seem that spectacular. But the way that the game has changed and, you know, the power that Broken Modem holds, I'm feeling pretty good, man. Blue Baby's only friend. Probably better damage than we have right now, so I'm not going to cry about it. It's still tough for me to imagine that we do beat Ubermom. I just don't know if we got that kind of gas yet, but we'll keep working at it. I appreciate that we've had a run today that was like not, you know, lights out super easy, but also like not impossible. So far, you know, I'm getting outclassed by Dan in Isaac, which is fine. I can't deny, like, he's putting the hours in right now, and I'm kind of working at maintenance, but there's a little bit of self-worth tied up in that. Okay, you almost got me, you piece. Nice try. I'm free. I'm free. You can't catch me. The spider webs, like, even if I am walking into spider webs, like Gwen Stefani in the classic No Doubt song of the same name, you can't catch me. You know why? Because I screen my phone calls. Still a great song. I know some of you may take issue. We were kind of talking smack on No Doubt when Josh was on the stream. We were playing Super People. I would like to let it be known that, like, I've never been the biggest No Doubt fan in the world, but they were saying some things that I was like, that's too far, man. Like, I'm not a big Stefani head necessarily. Depends on the venue, I suppose. Let me out. But just in general, like, when I hear a No Doubt song at the grocery store, I'm usually like, hey, cool, No Doubt. You like this song? That's why they named the band that, probably. You like this song? No Doubt. That's something we used to say to each other in the 90s. Can I tell you, I distinctly remember as I was probably like 8, wondering... Oh, we have the pajama. Not that it matters. Wondering if cool was going to stick around as a word. I remember being like, am I going to become one of those guys who says cool? Because I don't know, like, if that's going to be around for the long term. That one might just be like a temporary flash in the pan. It was not a flash in the pan. Cool has stuck... I mean, anything's a flash in the pan on a long enough time scale, I guess. But that one ended up sticking around. A charge. Well... Smart fly. Well, that would be lovely. Okay. Recenter yourself. We had our fun. How are we gonna get out of this? Sadly, you wanna probably do... I think this is pretty good, man. Sadly, we probably want to do as many rooms as possible, including this mob trap room. I would like to go back in time, because this was not the outcome that I thought would happen here. But I think Quince is kind of underrated, right? It spawns a familiar. I can't even see what's happening because of the item descriptions, man. It spawns a familiar every time you kill an enemy, right? That seems pretty good. That seems pretty good. I'm loving that we're freezing. You know, with broken modem, we're getting some serious, like, positivity done here. Very helpful on the moment-to-moment rooms. Not totally sold on, you know, a boss with infinite HP. But I'll have you know, like, I may live to regret these. Right. That's not how that works. I may live to regret these words. But, I kind of think that I'm a little cracked at the Ubermom fight. Now, when I say a little cracked... Oh, what a play. I have made some mistakes in my life as an Ubermom player, and, you know, I didn't learn the patterns immediately. But I think I got a case to be like an above average Ubermom gamer. I tend to do pretty well at the first phase, and then the second phase is even easier most of the time. Now, I'm kind of well, I'm a fool is one thing. I'm kind of deliberately setting myself up, because now I can't not win, because if I do, it'll be embarrassing, and that would be the first time I would ever have been embarrassed over the course of this entire series. So not too likely that that's going to happen for the first time ever right here. Couldn't be me. You can't hit me. You can hit me, so be careful. I'm stoked we still got Blue Baby's only friend, man. That's actually... it's coming in handy, honestly. That's okay. Probably leave that one behind. We haven't seen our item room yet, huh? Or our shop? We have seen our item room. That's where you got quints. They lurk inside, by the way. Anybody else lurking inside right now, or just me? I should probably work on my phrasing there. Now, when I said lurking inside, I didn't mean it in either a scary or a double entendre sort of fashion. It's just the item description for quints. I was not trying to... wasn't trying to have anybody make the worst day at their jobs or anything. Help. Thank you, Broken Modem, by the way. You're doing great work. We got a great chance of a deal here. We pretty much have to... oh, yeah, I'm stupid. We pretty much have to walk in no matter what. I was not paying attention. Saved. Like, we're not ignoring a deal with the devil this time. You know, that's why they have that expression. You don't count your eggs before they hatch. Turns out we will be ignoring a deal with the devil because one doesn't exist. How about that? Thank you. Just I can't afford to take damage here. Psychologically, this is a very tough one for me to recover from. Oh, thank you. That would be lovely. I also, just letting you know, this is how you know. If you ever want to know, does he actually want to win this one, or is he just putting in the hours so he doesn't get fined? It all comes down to the situation like this, where this shop could make the difference between life and death, but also it has the misfortune of being like 15 seconds away. Wow. Thank you to the Miter Wisp for giving us the greatest value of all time. Even though we lost Blue Baby's only friend. So, hey, what the heck? Rude, man. Honestly, just, like, rude. Well, that really couldn't have been funnier. So there is that. I bet we can get it. Oh, really? Oh, he's so good. He's cracked. Get out of here. Dude, they're gonna run like you stole something. Go straight home, Charlie, and don't look back. Don't show anybody. Okay, Quince, you gotta... I need your help. I need your help. I'm trapped. I'm lost in the supermarket. I can no longer shop happily. I can't tell if I still have the miter. I think I have Smart Fly Miter. Honestly, not a bad combo. Thank you. We got Steam sale for real. What am I talking about? We got Steam sale like as one of our wisps, or like a Steam sale shop. I don't even know what I'm talking about, man. I mean, be straight up, I think this is like not good. Never mind. It's probably the greatest item that's ever existed. I am ashamed of my words and my deeds. How about that? I guess with Steam sale it's a little better, and having the option to use useless money to buy health for your Ubermom fight would be kind of sick. But it has to pay out with health, like every time, which is also fairly unlikely. You ever get like a notification, like a push alert on your phone? And then you go like, what the heck is that? And then you've never used that app before? Like I have this thing, because I'm a good person. On my phone, I let them show me charity ads. Wow, that was not smart. When my lock screen is up, right? So I'll just like I'll look at my phone. It'll turn on because all the anti-privacy Patriot Act stuff is like eyeballs detected. Turn on screen, and it'll be like, hey, this ad gives a little bit of money to people who need water, and I'm like, oh, that's sick. I checked it out today. I've had this phone for maybe like 9 months. Total money raised, I don't even want to say, like, because I'm embarrassed. 25 cents.
Soul of Bethany.
Kind of sick we got Soul of Bethany here. Now, I know what you might be thinking, which is it's better than nothing. And that's literally true. But, like, the other thing you might be thinking is it adds up. That's the rhetoric that I would push back on. Because I'm like, it does add up. If you got a very large amount of people all doing this at the same frequency as me, that very large amount of people would add up to still a really small number for the amount of people involved. I mean, look, it's not 1990 anymore. That's 1 quarter in 8 months. Like, what can you even buy with a quarter anymore? Like, I've lived, you know, there's been times in my life where, like, you know, you can get like a hot dog for $1. Those have long since passed. We're not even talking about dollars anymore. We're talking about 1 quarter of $1. Can you even buy like a piece of Joe Bazooka gum for that anymore? I lived through the expansion, the inflation of double bubble gum going from 2 cents per piece to 5 cents per piece. And I thought, man, it can't get any worse than this. Now, $500 per piece. Okay, I made that last part up. But, fooled you. The Empress. Okay, very nice. Honestly, this is scary, but the Empress is something like, you know, any port in a storm. Lovely. Very lovely. If we have to take the Empress into our boss fight, that would be totally, actually, completely fine. That would be a non-bad outcome. Okay, you know what? You hit me. I'll own that. You hit me. Have you noticed my HP is actually great? What did I tell you earlier? You know, we didn't even notice how far we've come. Have you also noticed that I still have default DPS, and this is like the #1 thing that I rail on in this game, like at all times? Just throwing that out there. Just, honestly, just asking questions. We need to send that out. There you go. You got Jawbone. Look at that. We got Jawbone. What are you complaining about? You got Jawbone. 3 cents for the Hierophant. Where the heck did that come from? Then we got Joker. We got the Moon card, which we've not the strongest use, I would say. This is just like I think I've done a reasonably good job of distracting myself. This run is so slow. Oh my god. It never ends, man. You gotta take some of the fluff out of the game, man. You got too much chaff. You need more wheat, or not even more wheat, but substantially less chaff at least. This is insanity. This is not what anybody's ever asked for. Okay, we don't need to go down this road, because once I go down this road, it's hard to stop me from continuing to go down the road of, well, there's so many freaking useless items. Don't even freaking do anything, man. What? Get out of here! Get out of here! It's not conceivable to kill this guy. Okay, never mind. We're fine. Give me a key and a penny. Would you look at that? So I'm not using the Joker card. It's probably readily apparent, but I'm not using the Joker card because it's very easy for us to get a deal with the devil on this floor. I can't kill that guy yet. Just relax. We get a deal with the devil. We get a deal with the angel. Just relax. That would have been the dumbest damage ever taken. Either one is totally fine, by the way. Perhaps I have a preference. My preference, honestly, would be like a deal with the devil at this point. Just because I think there's a higher assortment of, like, potential damage-driven items, but, okay. I mean, that's actually substantially better. Instead of having to guess whether or not we're going to be able to get health, we'll just get health. I'll just level with you, man. I'll take a remote detonator. The reason I will take the remote detonator is just because 5 bombs means more to me than money in my pocket. Dude, forget the Empress card. I'm out of here. I'm using bombs to blow up these rooms. I don't want to be here anymore. This deal with the devil is like our last... We're opening our last college admissions result. And we've been rejected from, like, not only my dream school, but also my safety school. And then this was, like, my safety school. I'm opening the envelope and just, like, you know, for the love of God, please. You know, I don't want to have to spend my gap year at Old Navy or whatever. Okay, pop me open. Phrasing, yet again. Wonderful. Use this. Treasure map. Not that good, but you know what? We got a lot of extra HP here. That's pretty sweet. Now, this is going to suck a little bit. Because the fight is going to last for 1,000 to 2,000 years, I think. And I don't want to use Leamington. Because I want to use it. Help me. I guess I'll just get hit, obviously. I want to use it. Dude, astral projection. Low-key kind of amazing, though, huh? I just saw the sty. Did you see that? When it's the exact icon for sty when the eyeball shoots and then is, like, done with it? You couldn't see it there? There you wait for it. There you go. I'm not calling them out for asset reuse. It's honestly like an Easter egg. It's not asset reuse. It's a hat tip to all the people who pay very close attention. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Anyway, I always laugh when... Well, I don't know. This is my hot gaming industry social media take. We knew that was coming. Let's be realistic. People always do things like... well, on Twitter you always see it. I guess I shouldn't say people. Polaroid is going to be enormous here. Give me this. Give me this. Come on, man. Come on. Oh, man. Back to the Old Navy family. Okay. Good. Great use of a bomb. A golden bomb. That might work. Oh, you're supposed to use your Lemingtons in here. Yeah, yeah. Neptunus. Duality. A little chubby. It's a little lower than I thought, but... like, I don't know if you're on game industry Twitter... But, like, there'll always be, like, something, like, the world's dumbest idiot will make a tweet that's like, can you believe that in The Last of Us 2 I found a fence post that's exactly the same 3D model as The Last of Us 1? How lazy are they? And then, I don't mean this to come across as anti-dev, okay? But, like, I see a lot of devs and, you know, community and stuff like that pop up and say, like, this is what gamers actually... believe, and it's so sad. Nobody understands, like, what it takes to make games. Yeah, we use some assets over again. Like, who cares? Bro, you know that image of, like, a very wealthy guy, like, with a big plate of, like, pork chops or whatever, and then there's two, like, not wealthy guys sitting there, and the wealthy guy whispers to one of them, you see that guy over there? He wants to steal your pork chop. You know? Like, that's what's happening here. You're literally letting the discourse be driven by one of the dumbest individuals on planet Earth, and then blowing it up in this, like, gaslighting fashion to be like, this is what all gamers actually believe. Don't get me wrong, you'll see some, like, asinine takes. But I think that painting them as the majority is kind of crazy. You know, maybe that's the majority of gamers on Twitter, I don't know. I see some things that you wouldn't believe. But, you know, I was surprised when I picked my daughter up from daycare the other day. One of the dads, you know, he was like, what do you do for work? And I'm not shy about it. I was like, have you heard of this website called Twitch? Wouldn't you know it? He's a noted Twitch enthusiast. The Twitch enjoyer has logged on. Now, he doesn't know who I am, or he's letting on that he doesn't. Either way, honestly, as long as the daycare relationship's copacetic, what do I care? You know, I'm a little too busy to get involved in that, like, headcanon. Chocolate milk. Okay, that's pretty good. Although I can never get my shots fully charged for some reason. Still helpful. Still helpful. Not being a hater. Still helpful. Not being a hater. But, you know, he's just like a normal gamer. I was talking to him. I was like, what games do you play? And he's like, oh, I play a lot of Apex Legends. And I was like, what do you think about it? And he was like, I think it's fun. I think I'm so used to talking to other streamers, you know, oh, the time to kill is so insane, and I can't believe what they've done with this new season with the ranking points, and it's unbelievable. And now I'm like, oh, this is just it's nice, honestly, because I'm on the flip side where I'm like, I got strong opinions. But, like, it was nice to just meet, like, a normal individual who was like, I think it fun. And I was like, man, that's the way it was, like, meant to be, I think. Maybe? I don't know. And if it's not fun, then instead of being like, you know, we got betrayed by the company, you just go like, well, I'm not going to buy that ever again. Kind of like what I did with the Transformers movies. What the heck is even that? We still have the mulligan? That's insane. Okay, getting a little wrist tendonitis. Shouldn't have done all that Super Mario 64 speedrunning earlier this week. It's gotta start doing the stretches. I mean, I'm doing the stretches after I take my bike rides, but the stretches after the speed runs I have not done yet. This does not bode well. I can't believe after this whole fight that happened. How are we gonna? We don't have enough damage to kill Ubermom. I'm sorry. Like, I don't mean to be a hater. The game basically is going to just be like, you must be level 90 to enter this. And I'm going to be like, what? I'm level, like, 35. How did I even get here? Look at this. I can't even kill this guy. I mean, this is a bold decision. I kind of think, like, we have to take the nail. Even though it costs us a lot and gives us less spirit hearts. Per use. I think we have to take it just because if we could stack up a number of uses of it, we could get to full HP. Not full HP, more damage is what I mean to say. But then, like, the other thing that I think is worth noting is, like, maybe this is the wrong decision, and, like, I should have stuck with Satanic Bible. Okay, who cares? You know, at some point, you know, up to the depths one. You want me to make good decisions? I'm happy to be there making good decisions. We get to this stage of the game. You've given me none damage upgrades, more or less. Okay, well, honestly, screw you. I gotta look out for number one. Because, obviously, you know, you're not. I recognize, like, full well that, you know, this is anecdotal data, but I think I've got a reasonable data set to prove that, like, they need to cut, like, 150 items out of this game from various pools, because we're just... The sheer frequency... And, yeah, once every 8 runs, we get, you know, Godhead and Sacred Heart on the same run, but, like, you know... It's kind of, like, getting old. Like, I played a lot of Isaac to begin with, but, like, it's especially annoying when you just can't seem to get that DPS. I'm not, like, throwing on purpose here, by the way. And also, let me tell you, I don't know, Monkey's Paw? Monkey's Paw might do something for us, man. You gotta take all the red hearts, if you can get to them, which we can, because we could have multiple nail charges for the final boss fight, which would potentially change everything. But, I mean, I hope that people are at least, like, sympathetic to some extent. I go into everything. I'll have a bad Super Auto Pets run and be like, it's still the best game I played this year. Admittedly, we're not quite at that same number of episodes of Super Auto Pets that we have of Isaac, but, like, you know, I need that, I think, unfortunately. You gotta... You're not giving me... Like, we're trying to build a car in order to succeed in Isaac, especially on these, you know, more difficult bosses. And, like, sometimes you get all the components you need for a car. You get a steering wheel, you know, 4 tires, you know, engine, and a frame, and you're, like, good to go. Maybe a gas pedal and a brake would be useful. This is one where, like, you know, you gave me, like, no fuel, but people are gonna be like, yeah, but look at all the brakes you have. Okay, like, you know, you don't need 16 car parts to drive a car. You need 16 very specific car parts. You didn't give us any gas, and then you're like, okay, here, step on one of the 17 brake pedals to get going. I did see Ed's tweets about Mugenics, though. Excited for that. I also, like, I followed the developer, or the programmer, I guess I should say, of Mugenics, Tyler Glale, and followed him for a long time. Played a few of his games, for sure. But also just, you know, he's a smart guy. I like his tweets most of the time. And when I don't, I just keep my mouth shut. Click the heart. Move on. Thank you. I don't know why I came to this room. There is no point explaining. You're not the boss of me now, and you're not So I'm looking forward to it as well. Kind of like an XCOM tactical cat-based like Skyrim with guns, I think, according to IGN. Okay, like, you gotta die. I should have saved this charge. I'm a fool. Do you die? Is that what happens? What's up with this gas, man? You think you're jumping Jack Flash or something? Well, we need the Spirit Heart. Anything else that stays open is fine by me, but the red hearts are a high priority. Okay, that time I just walked into the spike. I got very little leverage to stand on there. You know what's weird is that I was almost tempted to take the super speed down just because the pill was big. Even though I could see what it was, I was like, man, that could hit the spot right now. Also, you know, like, I'm not trying to keep score or whatever, but can we also note that I did go to a dice room, like, fully intending to possibly re-roll my whole run, and then I got a 2 dice room and a single penny. Like, this one, they really wanted to just be like, you got no avenues. And that's fine. It happens. On the bright side, boy, I mean, like, from a net worth standpoint, we sure got a lot of money on this run. Hey, 2 paralysis pills. What am I complaining about? Quick little dad's ring. It's helpful. It's helpful. Any helpers in the chat or just me? Wonderful. And dude, I don't know, like, if things go perfectly right here, we build up a nice supply of familiars, like little brims, demon babies, etc., etc. Who knows? That's all I'll say about it, is who knows. You got something for me up here? I thought maybe it was, like, guaranteed, but apparently not. Okay, might help. Might help. I don't think it could hinder. What a band, by the way. Okay, it's actually pretty solid. I can't be upset. I don't know, do you... Oh, you know what? There is one potential wave. One potential wave that summons enemies and could theoretically create some familiars for us. I gotta be honest, like, all my belly aching looks pretty silly right now, because, like, defensively, this run is amazing. Mom is moving at, like, you know, 1/8 of her normal speed, and half of her bullets are just evaporating, so I look like a pretty huge baby right now. This is where I was hoping to get a bunch of familiars, so... Unfortunately, my... Oh, no, I was gonna say, I think that it'll mean that we'll have to actually... kill them, and their health is too high for me to do that, but apparently that's not the case. Look at that, now we got some familiars. Not many. But got a few ghost babies up there. Yeah. Also, our next hit is free, man. Love to see that. Oh, I see. Your tractor beam works on bullets, doesn't work on bombs, though. Oh, wait, dude, some of those familiars are like rotten babies. Okay. Good recovery, good recovery. I mean, we have got to be approaching, and I'm not saying we're going to get there, because actually now this phase is starting to look a little worse for us. But this has got to be approaching the offensively weakest run we've ever had that actually stands a pretty good chance of getting the job done. That, well, maybe not. Wait, but we have Monkey's Paw, and I think we're on the right interval. Oh, man. It works multiple times per room, right? I'm not crazy. No bombs, that's fine. Just let it ride, man. You're probably 80% of the way done with the fight at a minimum. Whoa, I did not guess the right direction there. Talk about a lucky trinket, right? golden monkey's paw at exactly the right opportunity to make me look like a total coward for complaining the whole run. Oh, man. Alright, it turns out you can make a car with just brakes. Anyway, we got the win. I worked for it, dude. I freaking worked for it. So I'm gonna take it. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. See ya!